I get lots of questions as a qualified beauty expert about serums and about layering and about when I should use them, when I shouldn't use them. And this has been coming through a lot on social lately, so I wanted to really help you. First of all, serums, you need to add a serum into your regime when you need to add more problem solving. So it's really that you've got, and the most important thing is cleanse, tone, moisturize, and sunscreens. That's what everyone uses. Guys, you know, face washes or cleansers, beard oils, moisturizers, sunscreens too. So guys or girls, no problem. That is your most important regime. But when you suddenly find that your skin looks a bit more tired or a little bit more aged or has got more lines or more pigmentation or any sort of those extra problems, you don't have to change your whole regime. You can just then add in serums. Now there are hundreds of serums, and I've got lots more tutorials that you can watch as well, but I wanted to just maybe highlight to think about the textures, because I hadn't shared with you about how I think about the textures when I'm choosing ones for you. So serums come in lots of shapes and sizes and lots of different price points, and no one is right or wrong for you. It's about making the right decision for your budget, your result, and what ingredient family you like. So if I look here, for example, I've got two oil-based serums that are famous globally, these two based ones, but what's the difference between them? Well, the Declear one, the Neroli Armani, that is a blended essential oil in carrier oils, and that's where the carrier oils are a treatment benefit, but also the essential oils are treatment benefits. So it's a complex plant extraction process there of the highest caliber, and anyone can use that particular one, although they do come in lots of different forms for different skin types. But Neroli, well, it's probably one of my most recommended ones. It brings your skin back into balance. So if you move house, if you change job, if you do another decade or another 5 years on your birthday, if your skin suddenly changes, almost like your skin type, skin condition changes, and you think, well, what do I do? It was all right a few months ago. Then the Neroli from Declear is great to add into it. Now, still an oil-based one, but if I look at something like this, Yakin, it's a free-from range. A lot of you love that for many different reasons. That celebrates one ingredient. So yes, it's an oil, but in here it's the rosehip oil. There's no other ingredient in there. It's a pure rosehip oil. It's not as complex, it's not as sophisticated, and therefore it's not quite as expensive as, say, the Declear one, but it's actually more versatile, and you can use it maybe in more different ways. So you'd go for something like the rosehip oil if you just needed more moisture, more sumptuousness into your regime, and you didn't want to change your whole moisturizers and all of your different brands that you're using. So you can just add a few drops naked onto your skin, put a moisturizer on top. You can put a few drops of the rosehip oil into your moisturizer, into masks as well. That's how we do alchemy and actually do the treatment in salon as well for you. Men can use this, by the way, as a treatment beard oil, and I use this one for sensitivity a lot because it's coming down to one ingredient. So it might be you need to put your other ingredients to one side, like your lots of very complicated products with lots of ingredients, and you'll see on my sensitive skin tutorials I'll talk about single oils, and when I talk about single oils, that's an example. Rosehip oil, almond oil, jojoba oil, single oil, something that's just got one ingredient in it. Then we can look at water-based serums. I've got here a classic one, which is the hyaluronic from Novexpert. Hyaluronic is where it's taking an ingredient, and it sounds very scientific, it sounds maybe very strong, hyaluronic acid, but your skin is acid alkaline, every single part of our body is, and the acid part of this is actually the natural hydrating part that's found in our skin cells anyway. It's found in every cell of our body, in our eyeballs, in our joints, in our skin cells, everywhere. It gives you that plump, bouncy look to your skin. So if your skin gets tired, or first signs of aging, I like a hyaluronic acid. I started first using a hyaluronic acid in my 20s, first signs of aging, even with oily skin. So this is a very good supplement to your skin if you've got oily or congested skin, or you've got lines or wrinkles that seem to come through almost on a daily basis. They weren't there yesterday, but they're there today. That skin tiredness, skin dehydration, hyaluronic acids are going to be great for you. Then there are complex serums. Now, complex serums are really where they're often emulsions. That's where oil and water has been mixed. There's many families of ingredients, very sophisticated ingredients, patented peptides, everything. A couple of examples here. if I take this one, for example, with Perricone, the cold plasma serum, so it doesn't even look like a serum, it's in a pot. So serums don't always have to be in pumps, for example. So it's in a pot, but it's not a moisturiser. And it's in a pot because it's slightly a thicker texture, but you still put it on underneath moisturiser. So again, you've got to have a daily routine to buy something like that. You definitely go for something like Perricone Cold Plasma if you were already using very high-end skincare that's got patented ingredients in, so that's ingredients that no one else has got, and you're searching for something else. There's no point in searching for something else that's got similar ingredients in it or lower grade ingredients in it. You need to search for something that's got an ingredient in that you've never had on your skin before. Now, because Dr. Nick Perricone makes his own ingredients and has worldwide patents on them, there'll be things in here that you've never used on your skin. So that's a choice if you want to go to that, because it's always a little bit of a higher price point too. Then we've got emulsions like this one. That's from Gatineau. It's part of the Age Benefit range. It's very sophisticated peptide and skin treatment technologies in there. And that's where sometimes serums are geared more at age groups. So you can have serums geared at skin types, serums geared at skin sensitivities, serums geared at skin dehydration and skin tiredness, serums geared at patented technologies to up the results on your skin, or here with Age Benefit, where more sort of late 50s, 40s, late 40s, 50s, you suddenly think aging was just lines, but now aging is lines, dullness, tiredness, marks, pigmentation on the skin, blotchiness on the skin. So very subtle results that you're needing, but quite different results. And so then that's where you get, say, an Age Benefit like that is much more sophisticated in its results, encapsulating the ingredients that can do it. And I hope that explains a little bit how price points actually change as well, because the bottom line is there's choice for you, and the bottom line is understanding your skin type and your skin condition and any related skin conditions as well. And if you're not sure, then check back on my free tutorials on those on my website too.